Dear investors, today we are going to deep dive on our past performance and a lot of important insights that we can learn from the same. Many of times before subscribing to our service or before joining for our alternative investment fund management service, many of you ask for past performance over email or phone call. But as you know, past performance it's not something that can be described over a phone call or over a single email. That's why many of you also ask for a past performance chart. But SEBI regulation restricts us how we can display those past performance charts. So that's why I am making this video, so that you can get a lot of insights, a clear past performance, and what you should remember before subscribing or before joining to our fund management service. So if you are truly serious about our service, so you should watch this entire video to clear all of your doubts. I am Prasenjit Paul, full-time investor in the stock market since 2010, and our company Paul Asset, a SEBI registered research analyst firm, offers retail advisory service. We also offer fund management service through our SEBI registered alternative investment fund 129 Wealth. In this video, I will take the example from multi-bagger stock recommendation service to elaborate our past performance and our insights. But please remember, all the insights are equally important and equally relevant for the high volume subscription or for our alternative investment fund management service, or whichever the way you wish to associate it with us. First, to give you a timing context, I am filming this video in the second week of April 26. So as we all know that in March 26, the Middle East oil or the US-Iran oil crashed the entire market. So most of the small cap, mid caps or the entire broader market was in correction mode since 2025. So if you are invested in small cap or any micro cap stock, or if you follow most of the small cap mutual funds, you will find most of the small cap focused mutual funds are in loss, or many of your portfolio individual stocks will be in loss. So just because of this volatile or weak macroeconomic environment, I think this is a good time to review our performance. But please remember, this video or the insights that we learn is equally relevant today, after 1 year, 2 years, whether the market is up or market is down, irrespective of every situation. So straight away, let's directly move forward for all the stocks that we recommended under multi-bagger stock subscription in the year 2025. First, in January 25, we had recommended Mtron Electronics. And after the recommendation, so after January 25, in February 25 and in March 25, the market corrected a lot and Mtron stock also dropped a lot. So most of the investors maybe purchased much lower than our recommended price. In April 25, we had offered a repeat buy, and in entire 2025, the stock price reached a peak of around 1000. So from 500 recommended level to around 1000. Right now it's hovering around 850, 900, something like that. After January 2025, in June 2025, we had recommended the second stock of the year, that was Quality Pharma under the multi-bagger stock recommendation service. So we recommended that stock around 900 rupees. Now in the entire 2025, the stock didn't move anywhere. Rather, in November 2025, after their half-yearly result, we also initiated another repeat buy, because the stock price, the valuation was pretty cool down from our initial recommendation. So the stock price didn't move a lot, rather was a little bit of loss. Then all on a sudden in February and March 26, the stock price jumped from that 900 level to 1500, 1600 level, and at the time of doing this video, it's hovering around 1500 kind of level. Next recommendation was in August 2025, that was the company called Izmo. Now fortunately, we had recommended around 378, 375, 400 kind of range, and after the recommendation, after 2 or 3 weeks, the stock witnessed a massive jump. It went ahead till 1200, 1300 level. It then dropped down. We had booked partial profit around 1000, and then it again further corrected. It is right now it's around 700, 750, and we have still a hold rating on that stock. Afterwards, in December 2025, we had recommended another stock. That particular stock is around 10 to 15% loss as on date of filming the video. And then in January, February 26, we had recommended another stock. That stock is also in loss of around 10 to 15%. Now we can't disclose the name of those stocks because those two stocks are in still goodbye list, and our paid members actually paid to get those stocks. So obviously we can't recommend those stocks, or we can't disclose the name of those stocks in a free video. Another interesting point is the stocks under multi-bagger stock recommendation service we recommended in the second half of 2024. Most of them are still in loss. So why I am offering this data? Because now we'll move forward to our insights. So the most important insight that you must need to understand or must need to learn before considering to subscribe or before considering to join in any of our recommendation service or in the fund management service. First insight, past performance is highly misleading. Now why? So let's say someone who joined in 2024 and then quit. I mean, after 1 year, he didn't renew the service. So if he do that, even today, he must be in loss. Now, someone who joined in January 2025. So today, after a lot of market correction, Middle East war, a huge broader market crash, even today in March 26 or in April 26, he will be in huge profit because of those Mtron, Quality Pharma and Izmo. Now again, if someone who joined in October or November 2025, so that person would still in loss because by the time October or November 25, so all those stocks, Mtron, Izmo, Quality Pharma, they already moved up, and someone who is joining October, November, or I mean in the latter part of the 2025, it means they must have been invested in the two stocks that we recommended in December 25 and in January 26, and obviously as these are pretty new stock and afterwards the macroeconomic situation is not that good, so you would have been still at loss. Now, if I publish a past performance chart in my website or share a chart with you saying that my 2025 recommendations provided 70-80% kind of return, will it offer an accurate picture? Absolutely not, because 70-80% kind of return or that 100% kind of return was not earned by all the investors who joined in 2025. So it was earned by investors, those who exactly joined in January 2025. Moreover, even for any single stock, let's say for a stock like Quality Pharma, we can't claim that the Quality Pharma record generated 100% return, although it generated around 100% kind of near about 100% kind of return from our original recommended price. We can't claim or we can't publish a chart with 100% return because from the same stock Quality Pharma, different members earn different kind of return depending on the time he joined, because it's not like we recommend a stock and then we forget. We recommend a stocks a lot of time, we share repeat buy calls. I mean, a stock might be recommended in January, then again repeat buy in June, in December, maybe after 3 months, maybe even after the stock price moved up by 50%, we often share repeat buy call. So that's the reason. So just if we say, okay, so this is the stock that generated this percent return, so that is a very highly misleading. And this is the exact reason why SEBI prohibits that past performance chart display or advertising in website or any kind of communication. So if past performance is misleading, then what is the solution? Many of you ask, like, is it a good time to take your subscription or is it a good time to invest in your AIF? So we must say frankly that this is not a correct question, because nobody knows how the market will behave over the next 1 month, 2 months or 3 months. The actual solution or the correct approach is you invest with us or you join us only with 3 years commitment. It simply means no matter what happens with the overall market, no matter what happens with our past performance, if you continue with us for 3 years, if you invest or if you follow each and every buy, sell call over this period of 3 years, then you can expect a satisfactory return from us. Even interestingly, we can't tell you to stop investing just because market is high. I'll give you a recent example. Back in March 2024, SEBI chairperson warned that the small cap valuations are at elevated level. Market corrected briefly in the March 2024, but even after that correction, so in the entire 2024, small cap stocks jumped a lot. So I can't say okay today valuation is high, you stop investing, because क्या होता है वो सब टाइम में you might immaturely quit from the market. High valuation can remain at high level for 6 months, 1 year or 2 years, for any number of months or any amount of time. So just because it is high, if you quit, it might happen you won't be able to participate in the peak period, so you may not able to utilize or maximize your return. Similarly, conversely, if I suggest this 26 example, during January 26 we recommended to our members that this is perhaps one of the finest time to invest because market was correcting since January 25. So by the time of January 26, valuations and everything were at a very reasonable level. But then what happened in March 26? Middle East war, US, Iran, Israel, and everything, oil price moved up and the overall market crashed. So in January 26 we mentioned okay, valuations are reasonable, but what happened after January 26? In March 2026 market corrected even further. So the point is, आज मार्केट चीप है और आज मार्केट सस्ता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आज ही इज द बेस्ट टाइम और हम बोल सकते हैं कि आज ही पूरा आप इन्वेस्ट कर दीजिए। सस्ता मार्केट जो है दैट कैन रिमेन चीप ओवर अ प्रोलॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम। आज का जो सस्ता मार्केट, चीप मार्केट, दैट कैन इवन बिकम चीपर ओवर द कमिंग मंथ्स। नोबडी कैन से ओके दिस इज द चीपेस्ट सो यू नीड टू इन्वेस्ट फुल। सिमिलरली आज मार्केट हाई है, आज मार्केट एक्सपेंसिव है, तो जो एक्सपेंसिव है वो एक्सपेंसिव मार्केट हमेशा होता है 6 महीने, एक साल, 2 साल और कंटिन्यू हो सकता है। सो यू कांट से टुडे ओके सो मार्केट इज एक्सपेंसिव सो लेट्स मूव आउट द मनी। नो, वी कांट डू दैट और वी कांट से दैट। इफ यू ट्राई टू टाइम द मार्केट, okay, good period, bad period, so I am moving out or I am rejoining, then ultimately you will lose or you will lose the chance to maximize the return. So that's why I say that every time is a good time, provided you can stay committed at least for 3 years so that you can average out everything. So remember, more than timing the market, how much time you spend in the market, that actually determines your overall portfolio return. That actually determines how you can maximize from our subscription service. So that's why time again and again we tell, okay, join only if you can offer a 3 years of soft commitment. Second insight, the recent performance trap. Many investors prefer to join our service or invest in our AIF only while they look great past performance, and many investors they completely avoid only after looking okay so the recent performance is not that good. Both of these are very dangerous trap. Let's understand this with an example. So right now in April 26, if you look at the last 6 months performance from this multi-bagger stock recommendation service, in the last 6 months we recommended 2 stocks, both the stocks are in 10-15% loss. So if you follow the last 6 months and say no, 10-15% loss, so I don't join, okay, let the stocks come to the profit, then only I will consider joining. Then what you will do, you will simply miss out the reasonable price or when the market is at a good level to invest, you will simply miss out that level. Similarly, let's go back to the 2024. Actually 2024 में क्या हुआ था, 2021, 22, 23 में हमने जो भी स्टॉक्स दिया था, all of the stocks generated huge return by the end of or by the middle of 2024. Now in the middle of 2024, if you looked at the performance, oh so since 2021 मतलब consecutively a lot of stocks generated double or triple return, so let's join and let's invest our entire money. And then what you would have been noticed, you have been noticed कि भाई 2024 में जो stocks जो हमने दिया था उसके बाद वो परफॉर्म नहीं किया, and even the more dangerous trap, वो अगर परफॉर्म नहीं किया, इसको देख के अब 2025 में भी हम लोगों का स्टॉक एडवाइजरी और हम लोगों का जो इन्वेस्टमेंट थीसिस है वो सब फॉलो करना ही बंद कर देंगे, then what would happen? Then ultimately you will lose out just because of this past performance trap. And this is not applicable only to us, this is applicable in the entire market. You can follow the mutual funds, like back in 2024 you might noticed a lot of PSU mutual funds were in news, बहुत सारा PSU mutual funds generated great return. Then again 2024 में जितना भी PSU funds बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न दिया था, 2025 में आते आते देखिए वो सबका रिटर्न सबसे लोएस्ट परफॉर्मर में रह गया। Similarly around I think in the middle of 2025 defense funds were in the focus, तो बहुत सारा डिफेंस फंड के लिए बहुत सारा पैसा investors invested a lot of money, but again that underperformed. So the point is, be it subscription service, be it our fund management service, be it mutual fund or anything related to the equity market, following past performance and deciding to invest or not to invest is a dangerous trap. Remember, last year's best mutual fund may not remain the best performance in this year. Similarly, the worst performer of the last year may not remain the worst in this same year. It totally depends on the what exactly you are focusing. The solution, again, the simple solution is minimum 3-year commitment period. Don't change your allocation or don't overinvest, don't underinvest just because our last few stocks performance. Remember Izmo, the August 2025 recommendation, after the recommendation Izmo share jumped up by 3 times within the next 3 months. Now looking up at this, if you say okay so now I am waiting for your next recommendation, so next जैसे ही आएगा हम फिर से बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा लगा देंगे, again a great trap. So the simple solution is you need to invest a predefined amount, you need to maintain the discipline irrespective of the recent performance. Now kindly note that SEBI regulation restricts any research analyst to collect advance fees for more than 1 year. So ऐसा नहीं है कि like we can't charge subscription fees for the 3 years. Maximum to maximum we can charge for 1 year, and that's the same you will find in our website. And that's the reason we often recommend, if you made your mind that you should take our subscription, see we never provide any kind of promotional, the telecall or like bulk message or like disturbing call, okay अब ये join करो वो join करो करो, we don't do that. So if you join or if you are fully convinced to join for the first year, then for the second year and the third year annual membership fees, it would be better if you keep in some fixed deposit or somewhere fixed, so that on the second year and on the third year also you can renew without the past performance trap can alter your decision. Third insight, loss doesn't necessarily mean our analysis was wrong. So do you think a loss making recommendation means we made a massive mistake in our analysis? Very interestingly, most of the time a profit making stock and a loss making stock undergoes under similar thesis, similar effort or the similar amount of time, but still result varies. So again, let's take an example of the Kaka Industries. So the Kaka Industries we recommended in the middle of 2024. Our thesis was simple. The company completed capacity expansion, so as the revenue will grow, the profit and EPS might grow faster than the revenue growth. Now if you look at their financials from 2024 to 26, March 26 result is not still out, but if you look from March 24 to this 26, you will find there was actual improvement in the sales figure, and more than the sales figure, profit and EPS even grew further. But the stock price is still at good amount of loss. So what actually happened? Actually, at the time while we recommended the stock in the middle of 2024, the stock was available around 25, 26 or 27 kind of PE multiple. Now today the stock is available at around 15 multiple. Now remember, back in 2024, 25, 26, 27 PE multiple is nothing, is not like a very expensive or we have fallen short on valuation, nothing like that. It's simply today in 26 the stock or that particular segment or that particular sector is out of favor from the investors. A lot of time happens, मतलब आपने भी नोटिस किए होंगे कि कई साल फार्मा स्टॉक्स फोकस में आ जाता है, कई साल बैंकिंग या केमिकल स्टॉक्स फोकस में आ जाता है. Now once a particular segment remains out of focus or due to some macroeconomic variables, so automatically their PE compress, and no matter how strong the stock is, those stocks often don't perform at all. So kindly understand this concept that recommending a stock is nothing but a future prediction, and when it comes to future prediction, no matter how much effort you put, it's not possible with 100% strike rate. So losses are inevitable. Don't think that okay, you paid some subscription fees, so that's why you must earn profit from each and every stock. Please, remove such kind of misconception. So please understand, no analyst can have 100% successful strike rate. We may prove correct on 10 consecutive recommendations or 20 consecutive recommendations, but it doesn't necessarily mean the 21st recommendation will also generate huge profit. Similarly, 3 consecutive stock recommendation may turn loss. It doesn't necessarily mean the 4th one will also generate loss. A loss doesn't equate any fault or any kind of negligence in our research. Profit and loss are normal course of action, and the only logical way to recover loss, or if you like our thesis, if you are convinced with our thesis, so the only logical way to recover a loss is to follow the upcoming recommendations as well. Your focus shouldn't be in individual stock, rather your focus should be on the overall portfolio performance over a 3-year period, provided you follow each and every buy and sell calls. Fourth insight, what trustworthy actually means. Now many of you, I noticed that many of the investors email us saying that we trust you a lot, we are opting subscription, or you are investing based on your recommendation because we feel you are trustworthy. But please understand, trustworthy doesn't necessarily mean that all of our recommendation must come in profit. Trustworthy means we don't engage in front running. Front running means simply मतलब हम आपको recommendation दे दिया, सबको बोल रहा है buy और मैंने खुद उस स्टॉक को सेल कर रहा हूँ, तो ये सब काम हम नहीं करते हैं. Second, we don't engage with promoters and then do any sort of manipulations. Third is we never ever make any kind of unreasonable or guaranteed any promise or any profit or anything short of that. You can consider us transparent for the 2 primary reasons. The first is the SEBI regulations. So SEBI regulations are very strict nowadays. Now for a research analyst, like while we are offering you the recommendation service, remember we need to maintain a deposit with SEBI. We'll get audited every year. Every 6 months we need to submit a lot of data. So ये सब के process में like SEBI को अगर नजर में आया कुछ भी इधर उधर हो रहा है, कुछ भी मतलब matlab something is wrong, then SEBI has the right to recover money from our fixed deposit. And second, in our AIF fund management service, the regulations are even stricter. So fund management regulation, it's simple like mutual fund kind of very strict recommendation. उसमें ऐसा है कि investors whatever the money they are investing, तो उस पैसा भी मतलब जिस बैंक अकाउंट में है, that bank account is managed by third party custodian. हम चाहे भी उस पैसा से हम कुछ utilize या हम without the custodian's permission we can't do anything, and that custodian Nuvama is also a SEBI regulated entity. So in our AIF service page, I mean, we have a detailed example like why the AIF is very secure and very strict when it comes to your handling your money. And second point is beyond regulations, we don't involve on those guaranteed or fake promise, because I myself built substantial wealth over the last 15-16 years through the transparent means. So दरकार क्या है, मतलब अगर ट्रांसपेरेंट वे में सब कुछ हो रहा है तो दरकार क्यों है थोड़ा टेढ़ा वे में जाने का. And another important factor that I have noticed, if you also follow the market, often cheating starts with small and then gradually turns big and bigger. If you follow last 1, 2, 3 years or in the recent past, time again and again you might follow a news like SEBI banned some popular fin influencer or some popular person who was selling course with crores and all. तो मुझे ये पता है कि cheating और kind of taking money with some false promise ये छोटा से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. जब तक आप कुछ 1000 रुपया कमा रहे हो कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, बट उस 1000 रुपया में मतलब ह्यूमन ग्रीड डोंट स्टॉप. उस 1000 से मतलब मन करता है लाख में, देन लाख से crores, and the time you are earning few crores from all those means, sooner or later SEBI, ED or any kind of regulatory body must catch you. This is because of the current regulatory framework or the current system in our market. So simply putting, trustworthy means you can expect 100% transparency, but you can't expect just because of we are trustworthy all of our stock will be in profit. Fifth insight is direct equity for you. Now I must be very straightforward in this point. Direct equity investing or our subscription is not for everyone. If you are someone looking for monthly or quarterly payout from your investment, then forget about our subscription, even forget about direct equity investment. Only fixed deposit and death mutual fund is for you. Now if you understand, okay, the bank deposit don't beat inflation, so you need to earn inflation above return, but you can't tolerate any kind of volatility that comes with the stock market, then again the best option is SIP on the index mutual fund. History suggests an SIP in index mutual funds offer 12, 13, 14, 15% kind of annualized return if someone continues SIP over a period of 3 years or 5 years. Now if you want to earn even better return than this 12, 13, 15% annualized, then you can consider direct equity, provided you accept the volatility. And even then, even after equity investing, until and unless you have minimum 3 lakhs investable corpus, or until and unless you can invest around 50,000 in each and every recommendation, till then please don't consider in our subscription, because if you invest anything less than 50,000 in each of our recommendation, then maybe subscription fees may prove very costly to you. And finally, when your equity investable corpus exceed 20 lakhs or you are comfortable to invest minimum to minimum 2 lakhs in each stock, then only you consider this multi-bagger stock recommendation service, because in multi-bagger stock recommendation service we recommend a lot of SME stocks where the lot size itself is 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs and so on. So until and unless you have more than 20 lakhs investable corpus, or you can invest around 2 lakhs or more in each recommendation, till then don't consider multi-bagger stock recommendation service. And finally, for our AIF and fund management service, if you have like insurance, if you have secured monthly cash flow, you don't need sudden cash from equity, or you have multi crores of net worth or multi crores of asset elsewhere, then only consider in AIF or the fund management service. And please remember, whichever the subscription or fund management service you opt for, there will be time where your portfolio must be in loss. So you need to accept that if you wish to earn above average return, like the more than return that fixed deposit or index mutual fund can offer, like the return in the range of 20-30% kind of CAGR or annualized return, then it is not possible that you can't, I mean, you don't wish to experience loss, but we wish to experience 20-35% kind of annualized return. If you wish to earn, higher annualized return over a longer period, then there must be a lot of time where your overall portfolio will be in loss. Sixth insight, managing panic during the crash. See, if you follow our website contact us page in FAQ section, we have clearly mentioned what are the kind of queries we answer and what are the kind of queries we don't answer. See, from our own experience, मैंने बहुत बार ये देखा कि जब भी ओवरऑल मार्केट में करेक्शन आता है, जब भी किसी स्टॉक का प्राइस ड्रॉप होता है, तो बहुत सारा क्वेरीज आता है. नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, नो मैटर कितना बार, मतलब हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू सेंड अस एन ईमेल और कॉल अस, और कितना भी हम जस्टिफिकेशन दे, स्टॉक प्राइस डोंट रिकवर जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ आवर कन्वर्सेशन. मतलब आप कितने भी बार क्वेरी करेंगे कि क्यों प्राइस गिर रहा है, हम कितने भी बार बताएंगे कि नहीं ठीक है वापस ऊपर चला जाएगा, ये होगा वो होगा, हम मेरा और आपका बात से तो स्टॉक प्राइस नहीं जाएगा. स्टॉक प्राइस फॉलोज देयर ओन कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन. सो ये जो मतलब जो कन्वर्सेशन होगा कि जस्टिफिकेशन होगा, ये क्यों प्रॉफिट है, क्यों लॉस है, क्यों प्राइस गिरा, ये सब का कुछ मतलब ही नहीं होता है. नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, वी अवॉइड दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज मार्केट क्रैश इज द टाइम वेयर यू नीड टू डिवोट द मैक्सिमम टाइम इन रिसर्च. एक्चुअली वी डिड दिस मिस्टेक इन 2018-2019. ड्यूरिंग 2018 वी हैड अ लॉट ऑफ सब्सक्राइबर्स. तो उसमें क्या हुआ था, आफ्टर मार्केट करेक्शन लॉट ऑफ क्वेरीज केम एंड वी रिप्लाइड ईच एंड एवरी डे. मतलब वी स्टार्ट ऑफरिंग जस्टिफिकेशन के देखिए ओवरऑल मार्केट का ये हुआ, इसका ये हुआ, इसके कारण प्राइस गिरा, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ये. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे हमने ये रियलाइज किया, ये सब जस्टिफिकेशन देते देते कुछ तो मतलब होता नहीं है. रैदर मतलब इफ एन इन्वेस्टर इज एंग्री, वो और ज्यादा गुस्से में चला जाता है. तो रैदर क्या होता है, मेरा हम लोगों का जो प्रीसियस टाइम है, सो दैट टाइम शुड हैव बीन डिवोटेड ऑन रिसर्च बिकॉज मार्केट करेक्शन और वीक मार्केट इज द टाइम वेयर मार्केट ऑफर्स द बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी. तो उस टाइम रिसर्च के बदले में इन्वेस्टर्स क्वेरी हैंडलिंग में चला गया. सो सिंस देन वी आर वेरी मच डिटरमाइंड दैट वी नेवर एवर आंसर एनी sort of those criticism, any sort of those points like क्यों प्राइस गिरा, क्यों ये हुआ, क्यों वो हुआ. Rather, I can understand when the overall market corrects, panic is normal. Rather, we shared general updates over email, over our WhatsApp channel to provide an overview. Okay, so these are the things that's happening. So this is the reasons, so that you can remain prepared for these things. And we strictly avoid one-to-one queries so that we can focus maximum time on research. Another point I wish to highlight here, that even sometimes in the recent past as well, we sometimes hesitate providing an exit call in loss just to avoid members query. मतलब ये है, कोई भी स्टॉक अगर लॉस में है, ठीक है, क्वेरी आता है. हम लोग अगर किसी स्टॉक लॉस में एग्जिट कॉल दे देंगे ना, तो और ज्यादा क्वेरी आता है. तो इससे क्या होता है, हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ठीक है चलो लॉस में एग्जिट कॉल ना देके रहने देते हैं, 1 साल 2 साल बाद तो प्राइस थोड़ा इधर मतलब रिकवर होगा, तो तब हम देंगे एग्जिट कॉल. बट दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टमेंट अप्रोच. दैट्स इन फैक्ट अ वेरी रॉन्ग अप्रोच. द प्रॉपर अप्रोच इज, अगर लॉस है, इफ योर इन्वेस्टमेंट थीसिस invalidates, then you should exit, and from that exit if you reinvest that money in some stronger stock, that recovery happens even faster. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean आज आप exit कर रहे हो मतलब आज ही आपको किसी स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा. नॉर्मली हमेशा ये होता है, जब भी किसी रिलीफ रैली आता है, मतलब थोड़ा सा हायर प्राइस में एग्जिट, एंड देन उसी पैसा से हमको इंतजार करना पड़ेगा, ओके मार्केट को थोड़ा करेक्ट होने दो, फिर वी विल एंटर. सो नाउ फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स, और एटलीस्ट यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम 26 ऑनवर्ड्स, वी विल बी वेरी ruthless on providing the exit alert. Actually, we are already doing in our AIF fund management service where we ourselves buy and sell stocks. There we don't wait, because वहाँ पे तो ऐसा है, हम अगर लॉस में सेल कर देंगे मतलब कोई किसी को मतलब आंसरेबल नहीं है, बिकॉज वहाँ पे क्या है, ओवरऑल पोर्टफोलियो रिटर्न सब इन्वेस्टर्स को विजिबल होता है. एंड व्हेन ओवरऑल रिटर्न मैटर्स, तो देन इट्स प्रेटी इजी टू मैनेज दोस काइंड ऑफ सिनेरियोस. Similarly, in our recommendation service itself, from 26 onwards, you can expect a ruthless exit alert. So we don't hesitate to issue a sell call just because price डाउन में है और आगे जाके कुछ रिकवर हो सकता है. प्लीज रिमेंबर, व्हेन एन इन्वेस्टमेंट थीसिस invalidates, the better way to recover money is to reinvest in some better or reinvest in some stronger quality stocks. You will also follow, we don't offer any sort of discount like New Year discount, Independence Day discount, जो मतलब ये हम लोगों का सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में बहुत रिलेवेंट है कि इंडिपेंडेंस डे डिस्काउंट 3 दिन के अंदर अगर आप पेमेंट करेंगे तो आपको इतना डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. तो ऑब्वियसली ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है कि 3 दिन बाद कुछ प्राइस, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली दिस इज अ सर्विस फील्ड. वी नेवर एवर indulge on those practice because our goal is very simple. We want very limited number of customers so that we can focus ourselves on the fact that matters the most, or we can utilize our time the most in equity research without wasting our time much on customer service, answering queries and all. So to summarize this video, first point, past performance chart is highly misleading. SEBI restricts the same, and that's why don't rely too much on any kind of past performance chart to decide your investment. Second Second insight, joining to our subscription or in our AIF simply because of great recent performance is a trap, and equally even a bigger trap is simply avoiding our subscription or our fund management service just because of poor recent past performance. Please remember, past performance doesn't dictate future return. After 10 consecutive profitable stock, the 11th stock can be a loss. Similarly, after 3 consecutive loss-making recommendation, the 4th one, 5th one can be a massive profitable one. Third insight, a loss-making recommendation doesn't necessarily always mean there are some flaws in our analysis. A lot of time, as recommendation means predicting future, a lot of time it happens, a lot of out of control things alter the result. Fourth, our SEBI registration and strict regulatory guidance ensures that we operate in a transparent manner. But please understand, transparency doesn't necessarily mean guarantee of profit. Fifth insight, direct equity is not for everyone. Only if you can tolerate the volatility, only if you are ready that you can see a lot of time in your portfolio is in loss, only if you don't require to touch the fund for the next 3 years, then only consider equity investing, or then only consider subscription with us. Sixth insight, any amount of queries won't help the price to recover from a crash. So during any market crash, kindly allow us to focus on our core part, which is research, so that we can offer timely updates or even better quality stocks. As we are highly regulated entity, so we can't run away after taking your subscription or after taking your fund. Finally, read everything in our website. Take your time to join. There is nothing to hurry. Consider joining only while you are fully comfortable or only while you have some sort of confidence on our research. But once you join, kindly offer a soft commitment of 3 years so that it can benefit you. I'd also highly recommend to re-watch this video in after every 3 months or after every 6 months so that you can achieve the profit maximization from our subscription or from our services. So that's all. Stay well and happy investing.